Yo, what's going on? Miguel back here, aka SalesFunnelGod, and I would like to thank you for tuning in. I'm in a little bit of a different setting. I am currently in New York, living that Nomad life. On to the next place. So if you're new here, what I specialize in is sales funnels, basically anything on ClickFunnels mainly. You can use stuff like lead pages, Builderall, Kajabi, anything I guess. But ClickFunnels is my personal favorite, and I like to talk about all things related to marketing and sales funnels especially. Now that there's a couple of people coming to this channel, people are finally starting to ask questions, and the beauty of this channel is that it's so new. There's not that many people watching, which means whenever you comment, I'm going to see it. I'm going to respond every single time. And if you ask, hold on, I need my screen there for a second. That's why I keep tapping on the phone. So if you ask for any sort of topic to be on the video, it means it's going to be made, because I'm in the comments, I'm watching them, and I'm actually asking for people to comment so that I can have topics for my videos. So this is actually the first time I've started getting very good questions, and I decided to pick one because I had a few people like this comment especially, and a couple of people even commented on this comment because they were like, yo, that sounds like a dope question. Please make a video on that. So let me just pull this up. So from Massimiliano Caron commented, and he asked this: can you make a video about getting started and launching courses for people? How you got started in that space and the resources others can use. That would be super helpful. Thanks for the videos and value, brother. So first off, thank you, Massimiliano Caron. I hope I'm saying that right, but thank you for watching. This is a really small channel, and like I said, it's dope that there's even people watching, because it makes it a lot more fulfilling to make the videos, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's just cool to have people actually tuning in and being interested enough to comment and ask me for very specific videos to make. It makes it really dope. So thank you for your question, man. And let's just crack into it. So, how to get started in launching courses for people. I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. But if you are able to break into this space, you can see massive things happen. Now, why isn't it that easy? It's because there are so many people hitting up these really big influencers to run their business, to do launches, to open up a store, to optimize their landing pages, all these things. And it's really hard for them to not only be able to sift through all the bullshit, but here's the other thing. A lot of them aren't really business minded. Granted, they do understand like business basics. Oh, I have this large following, I want to monetize it. Like, all of them want to make money for the most part. But a lot of them don't understand these business things. So not only are you having to deal with the fact that their inboxes are cluttered, but you also have to deal with the fact that they kind of don't really understand what it is that's going on. So especially when it comes to launching courses. So when you're pitching them, it's also a education game. Like, they genuinely just don't understand half the time. So you're dealing with those two things. The other reason why it can be pretty difficult is because a lot of times it's just a networking game. And as far as working with these influencers, it's definitely, who do you know? Do you know anybody who has a large following? Do you know anybody who knows people who have large followings? Because they're going to significantly trust introductions over the people coming into their DMs and their emails. And I'll get to why that is in a minute. So, in order for me to really break this down as far as how to get into this space, I'll just go ahead and explain exactly how I managed to do it. And then hopefully you're able to recreate what it is that I did, or maybe find some other amazing way, and then you can share it with us, and then we can share it with everybody else, and we can all make money. because there is an abundance of money. There's no shortage. There's no shortage of money. You can make money and the next guy can make money too. We can all be rich. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest one time. So, let me tell you the story as to how I went about it so you could potentially recreate this. The first few people that I emailed, okay, hold on. Let me backtrack a couple of steps. When I decided to do this thing, I personally did not know anyone who was famous, anyone who had a large social media following. So the only way I was able to try and do this was to cold email and cold DM as many people as I possibly could. Now, how was I able to stand out? Like I said, there are tons and tons and tons of people DMing and cold emailing these people for various business offers. Especially now that Gary Vee's famous and he's telling you to dive into every single influencer's DMs, like that's what's happening nowadays. So, how in the hell can you stand out? You have to learn basic copywriting. Now, here's the thing. In order to even be good at launching courses, you have to know how to write copy anyways. If you don't know how to write copy, that's a pretty big problem and you should hurry up and go find that out. So, learn what copy is, learn how to write basic copy, learn exactly what it is that you're offering to these influencers. And then what you're basically going to do is write them an ad into their DMs and to their email. The cool thing about email is that you're able to go way longer form. That is personally what I did. The thing about DMs is it's going to be significantly harder. The only time I've ever had DMs work was after I already had success in the space. I don't have that. I didn't have that at the time, so DMs weren't working. After I had success and I was able to send these influencer screenshots of money that I helped other people make, all of a sudden it was a no-brainer to respond to me. But I didn't have that at first. So the emails that I was sending to these influencers was literally just email marketing 101. It was a very catchy headline that made them want to click it, similar to all the headlines that you see all over my videos. And it had long form copy inside of there where I was not only creating this pain around the fact that they don't have someone launching their courses, that they're leaving money on the table, but I created the solution, which is launching courses and letting me do it for them. But the call to action wasn't work with me, it was let me get you on the phone. Keep in mind, this is a high ticket sale. This is if you're working with an influencer and you launch a course and you do it well, it is going to be a lot of money that not only they're making, but they're going to be giving a large portion of that to you in order for the services that you're doing for them. So this is 100% a high ticket sale. You're partnering with somebody in their business. No one's going to say yes out of the gate from an email. So you have to create enough curiosity and interest for them to agree to get on the phone with you, because they're going to want you to further explain yourself. And from that phone call, that is where you do your selling. That is how you close them. That is essentially the formula that I used in order to get into this space. I sent the ad to my first client. He responded like a week later, got him on the phone. He agreed. Boom, we did the launch, got the result. Now, how did I get clients after that? I leveraged that one relationship and basically swung from branch to branch and networked. I social circled my way to get more business. That is basically what you have to do in this industry. But before you're able to do that, you basically have to grind to get that first relationship. That's the only way you can possibly do it. Get that first relationship and leverage that in order to get more. So how do you leverage that first relationship that you get? It's very simple. If you're able to get that result, get a very significant result, make your client absolutely happy. They have to be astounded by the results that you're getting them. They have to be happy with the way that you two work together. And then from there, you ask one simple question. One simple question. Is there anyone else that you personally know that you feel like my skill set, the services that I provide, could also benefit, could also help? That's what you ask. They may say yes, they may say no. Chances are they're going to say, I'm going to have to think about that one. Because they're going to have to sell whoever it is that they know. They're gonna have someone in mind. They're going to have to think of somebody. They're going to have to sell them on the idea of you, let them know what you were able to do for them, and then they're going to put you in contact with them. And from there, it becomes a warm lead. They have their friend who is like, yeah, this dude helped me make a bunch of money. You should definitely work with him. He'll help you make a bunch of money too. And then from there, you have another relationship, you have another client, and then you have two relationships that you can leverage. And then it's just a repeat process. But it all starts with that one relationship. That's the thing. So in terms of getting started, that's basically it. Get that one relationship, leverage it, and then keep getting people astounding results, keep getting better, and watch as your network grows and the relationships that you're building with these influencers get stronger because you're working for a longer period of time. And watch as you start to get better as long as you continue to educate yourself and continue to innovate in what it is that you're doing. Now, how do you decide which influencers to pick? Pick influencers in a niche that you are actually interested in. I personally went with fitness. Why? Because I was actually buying the products before I even decided to actually get in business with them. I was buying the fitness programs, I was buying the supplements, I was going to the gym regularly. So it's easy for me to figure out what products work where. It's easy for me to speak to the customer when I'm doing email marketing because I am the customer. Excuse me. I keep burping. Anyways, it's easy for me to speak to the customer because I know exactly what it is that they want because I personally relate to them. So use that strength. Figure out what it is that you're interested in. Figure out what YouTubers are you watching already. Which ones are popping up on your suggested feed. Start DMing and emailing these people. And make sure it's something that you're interested in because if you're not interested in it, it's going to be really frustrating and confusing for you to figure out what it is that you should be selling to them. Trust me on this. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be frustrating. You're going to not like it. So, the next question was, what are potential resources that you can use? So, in terms of how it is that you're going to be emailing them, you're going to need to get good at copy. Two resources that you can use in order to get good at copy that I would highly, highly suggest. One is called Kick-Ass Copywriting Secrets. I forgot who wrote it, but if you write in Kick-Ass Copywriting Secrets, it's going to pop up. The other one is called Boring Letters by Gary Halbert. Both of those are very good books about how to write copy, and the reason they're so good is because they're written in a copywriting format. It makes it amazing. It makes it amazing. The one thing I will say, the one tip I will give you about copywriting in general is that each line is supposed to feed into the other. That is the only reason why every single line exists, is to get them to read the next one, to read the next one, to read the next one, so you can get them all the way to the call to action, which is exactly what you want them to do. In this email's case, it's the call. When you start selling products for them, it's to buy the thing or give you the email. So the headline's purpose, get them to open the email. What's the first line of that email's purpose? Get them to read the second line. What's the second line purpose? Third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line, all the way call to action. What is that purpose? To get them to do the thing that you're asking them to do. Keep that in mind when you're writing copy, and you should definitely be on the right track at least. Now, when it comes to launching courses, what are different resources that you can use? For the love of God, I wish I could tell you what Jason Capital's course was named, but he renamed it. And the thing about him is that a lot of his resources tend to be all over the place because they only exist once it's actually launched. After that, it's gone. The other resource that I used was the course called Fit Coach You. Now, it is a course about how to build an online fitness business, but the only reason fitness is in there is because it's niched down. The principles for launching a course are still in there perfectly. Elliot Holtz has a course on it too. It's called Non-Job Revolution or something. I'm not sure if you can still buy that, but you potentially can. If you want Fit Coach You, I can give you a deal on it. Just DM me, let me know, hey, you were talking about that Fit Coach You course, I want it, and I'll go ahead and send you the link to get it. It is, full disclosure, it is an affiliate link. I will get paid if you buy it, just letting you know. So, those are different resources that you can use in order to get better at launching courses. Now, you can also get Russell Brunson's book and Russell Brunson's books. He has various courses that you can also use, and Jeff Walker has a book called Launch, which is also available. I am currently in the process of creating a course, expected to come out January 2019, and it is going to go in depth about sales funnels and launching courses in general, but mainly sales funnels because it doesn't have to be just the launches. It's used for physical products, it's used for courses in general, which means that if you want to implement sales funnels into your business, this course is going to work very well for you. We're thinking of calling it ClickFunnels Commando because ClickFunnels is the best software that you can use for sales funnels. I'm not even affiliated with them. I don't even have an affiliate link yet. If you see one below, that means I got one. I will get one. I'm losing money because I don't have one yet. But that's basically it, guys. This is how I got into the space. This is how I learned everything that I know. Obviously, there's different resources, different podcasts that I've gone through, but those are the basics. Those are the general frameworks that you can use in order to get into the space and become knowledgeable about what it is that you're doing. Copy is king, and marketing in general is going to be king as far as how your strategy for going about launching a course. So, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Like it, comment on it, subscribe. Once again, let me go back to the comment thing. This video was only made because someone commented and was like, hey, that sounds like a really good idea to make for a video. And this just proves that I'm going to listen to your comments. All you have to do is do it. So, if there's anything you would like to see on this channel, comment below. Let me know what it is that you would like to see me talk about, hear me talk about, and it's going to get made more than likely unless I'll get famous all of a sudden. So, once again, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Until next time,